Hello everybody and welcome to yet another live stream here today. We've got something really special that we're doing today, fellas. I hope you guys are all ready for this because I am not at all ready for this. This is going to be something really special. I'm going to wait for people to get in here before I start really talking. But yeah. So let me stand by, wait for the stream to get started. Should be any moment now. I don't know what's going on with this thing. There we go. I'm gonna wait for people to get in here before I start really talking. Can you test my audio? Yeah. So stand by, wait for the stream to get started. I'd say my audio is probably good. Let's see, that's good. Okay. Audio tested. New game, I guess. Let's get into it. It all started in the spring of 2016. Dang. Do you like Tank? Asher, we're dropping the anime thing right now. We're focused on Bigfoot right now. I'm reliving my childhood, Asher. Okay. Do I like anime? What kind of question is that? Look at the channel. Oh boy, everybody's spamming me. All right. Welcome in, everybody. This is going to be something very special here today. We're dropping everything that we do normally in favor of this. This is going to be a lifetime's worth of an experience, okay? I've been waiting to do this for, what is it? It's late 2025, right? So that means I've been waiting to do this for 9 years. It's been almost 10 years, because, it's December. It's been almost 10 years I've been waiting to do this. Can you believe that? I've been waiting a decade for this. And we're doing this on stream. Not only am I playing it, I'm also playing it in front of a live audience, which is incredible. We're about to have the time of our lives today, fellas, so I hope you guys are all prepared for this. This is the old Finding Bigfoot. Not Bigfoot, not the version with the big monkey man that throws signs at you and breaks down doors and has goofy battle music. We're talking about the old OG horror game green-eyed alien Bigfoot that rips you limb from limb and sheds not a tear of relent for anybody in his entire forest. Let's see. Okay, everybody's just spamming in chat right now. Alright, I just slammed an entire container of cottage cheese raw. Dang, Yukari, nice. Alright, let's get started, fellas. I'm going full immersion mode. It all started in the spring of 2016. In the Jasper newspaper was the announcement of the loss of a group of tourists in the national park. And the police reports it was just an accident because the band went to raft on the river. But you sure that you sure? Okay. But you're sure that they're definitely implicated one of the most elusive creatures known as Bigfoot or Sasquatch. You and your team of researchers decide to get to the truth. And by team of researchers, they mean me and the voices in my head because I don't have a team. Alright, let's get started, fellas. Okay, select your character. Real in-depth. Okay, here we go. I'll go with him. I am playing as the Bigfoot Hunter. I hope you guys know that, okay? Bigfoot Hunter 3 is back in town. Let's get it started. Okay, my sensitivity is horrible. By the way, guys, the volume on this game is really quiet, so tell me if things need to be louder. Okay, because I can hear, like, birds chirping and stuff. So this game it has a lot of immersion in it. Immersion is kind of the biggest thing. Do you guys automatically... Okay, I know that the graphics are inherently worse and everything, and like the sound effects are worse and everything's more basic, but do you guys see how much, like, doesn't the atmosphere just scare you more than the newer version? The newer version is so clean and like, yeah, we're going out to hunt Bigfoot, and this version is like nightmarish and what the... Okay, this version is like nightmarish and just unsettling, Okay, let's see. Okay, right mouse button is the night vision camera. Shift to run, obviously. X is bait. Okay, we got some weird controls here. C is camera. V is disguise a trap. Okay, G is guide. Q is map. I thought it would be M. Change ammo type. Okay, this is actually more complex than I expected. Yeah, this is a lot more complex. Okay, the guide. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So right now I'm on episode 11. Okay, you guys are talking about anime. All right. It's like I think it's funny. The one stream I don't want to talk about anime is when everybody talks about it. All right. Finding Bigfoot guide. Description: Bigfoot is one of the most dangerous and elusive mythical creatures. Representatives of this type have great physical strength, ability to perfectly hide. It was also seen cases. Okay, there's a lot of grammatical errors in this game, and even in the newer version, because the team is from Ukraine, so obviously English isn't their first language. So, yeah, it's not me misreading it, though, even though I kind of think it is at points. Use them supernatural abilities. Bigfoot hunters are born. They from birth to develop their skills masking and tracking the prey. Exactly, this allows them to be invisible to people for decades. Bigfoot can be very aggressive towards man, and if you go into its territory, in most cases, as it... Okay, I'm not even going to try to read that. As a threat to their lives and will protect themselves in their territory. Bigfoot is omnivorous, but most of all like deer meat. Therefore, as Bigfoot bait for better use it as meat, they have a good sense of... I'm just going to... The guide was written by some dude in China. I can't read the guide. The guide don't work, guys. I'm going off my base instincts, okay, to hunt and kill. How do I pull my gun out? Let me get my gun. Oh, it's 2. Okay, I'm just being an idiot. All right, got a battery. All right, cool. So, where's my ammo? Okay, we got a bottle. I don't want a bottle. Here, we take some cameras. One thing I like about this game is that it has a heavier reliance on like cameras and watching the cameras, and there's not a huge emphasis on like, kind of hunting him down physically, It's like I have the disadvantage. I should be hunting him with clever abilities, not like this. Okay, let's see. Find and catch Bigfoot, put Bigfoot in a cage, find lost tourists, if possible. Okay. And here are our lost tourists. Lost, Edward Wilson, Gordon Cooper, Joe Davis, and Christine Lewis. Cool. And then we have some images of Bigfoot that totally aren't stock images taken from the internet. Alright, let's see what else. I have the I Wanna Believe poster, and I can turn lights off? Yeah, okay. So I can try. Now, here is one thing I find interesting. Did you guys hear that? Okay, I just heard Bigfoot growl. One thing I find interesting is that the version in this game, I actually don't know, or in this version of the game, I should say, I actually don't know if he's omniscient or not. Because I know the version in the new one, the one we always play, I know that one is omnipotent, like he always knows where you're at. But in this game, I'm actually not sure. So, yeah. Also, by the way, you can clearly tell this game is meant to be played with multiple people, not by yourself. But it's okay. I also don't know if he can destroy cameras in this game. I don't know if that's something he can do. Okay. So let's get started, I guess. We got some exploring to do. We've got some cameras to set up. Can I put them on? I can't put them on trees. So it's not like the Rake. Okay, Q. Oh, cool. It opened. Okay, I don't have to hold the button down. That's nice. We're going to put one over by the lake. That's what we're going to do. So I think he can be out during daytime. It just takes a little bit. Low-key, this is the only Bigfoot game I remember without seeing you play the second one. I didn't know they even made a new one until you played it. It's actually not a new one. It's the exact same game. But the difference is that... Hang on. The difference is it's updated. So this is actually the same game. Okay, how do I rip branch? Let me see. Okay, I guess... Is it like... I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I'll try the traps later. Dang, night wanes fast in this game. Jesus. Or daytime does, I mean. Alright. With the lakes right here. By the way, there isn't any background sound okay, there's background sound, but there's not any music in this game. So, it's going to be a little quiet, fellas. It's going to be just like the old days. I want this to be as authentic as possible. I mean, it is the same game, so I'd say that's as authentic as it gets already. Okay, we're going to put this camera moving like this. Although, one thing is, I've said this before, I'm nearsighted. So a camera in this position seems fantastic, but for me, it's basically useless because I can't see from this far away. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll put like that. Cool. Okay. How do I rip a branch? Okay, cool. I did it. Nice. Can I disguise the trap? I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing B instead of V. Okay. Okay, you guys are still talking about Helldivers too. I'm not gonna like engage in conversation. You know what? I'll engage in conversation. How are you guys' days going? Mine's been pretty busy. Actually, pretty busy is an extreme understatement. It has been unbelievably busy, and I've had absolutely no time to myself. But well, I did get to finish Tomo-chan as a Girl. If you guys saw that post, I'm planning on making a review for it, but it's not going to be super long. And I also want to make a video talking about AI in like voice acting and stuff in the industry, specifically the anime industry. So I'm going to be making a video talking about that a little bit. Okay, I saw the one on the map, and it scared me, and I thought he was somehow on my map. Anyways, that's the idea that I'm going to do. I have a couple videos lined up. Let's see. Everyman, I cleaned my computer up, so I might be able to run Steam so we can play more games. That's cool, Yukari. That'd be fun. I'd like to see what kind of... Okay. Also, another thing, I need to watch out for jump scares, because the developers of this game love their jump scares. I mean, you guys have seen it in the new version, right? There's a jump scare like every few... They tried it like 13 times last stream, if you guys remember that. Or last stream that I did of this game. So, in this game, I don't know if it's... Okay, the jump scares are worse, but they're less common. I'll put it that way. Because if you guys already couldn't tell, this game is a lot more horror-centered. The updated version is a lot more squeaky clean, a lot more poppy playtime, right? Well, this version is raw, gritty, and just flat-out creepy. So, and that is exactly what we like to see. Minus when it's in like Roblox or something. I don't play Roblox, but everybody knows what joke I'm making here. What the? Okay, that was weird. The sensitivity is weird in this game. Alright, cool. Okay, I thought I heard footsteps, but I'm clear. I'm good. Okay. It does also, I'll join in, but in the new version, you can't nuke Bigfoot. That's right, Asher, I can't nuke Bigfoot. In fact, the only way I can kill him is with traps, bullets, and flares in this version, so I'm a little limited on options. In fact, there's actually no different guns. Also, there's no recoil. I feel like I should point that out. I think shooting your gun still attracts him, but it's kind of weird how it works. So how do you harvest deer? Because in the other version, you just press a button and gather the meat. But I think in this version, you actually have to like put a trap on them. But I'm not going to do that because it's kind of pointless. Okay, it's turning nighttime. This goes into what I was talking about. Okay, you guys are talking about France in the chat. This goes into what I was talking about with how I don't know if he's omniscient or not. So I don't know if I'm able to like hide somewhere and he won't find me, or if he will find me inevitably. I don't know. Because I feel like I've never seen a playthrough of this game where they didn't see him at night. But I'm actually not sure. Okay, well, that is a gorgeous sight. That screenshot... I just remembered I can't take a screenshot because this game is a file download instead of like an actual Steam game. Well, we tried. Alright, you guys are talking about more stuff in the chat. You guys can still like ask me questions and things that are genuine questions while you wait, but I say wait, you're not really waiting, we're already doing everything. The build-up in this game, since it's a horror game, the build-up is very important. Okay, I just heard him. Can you guys hear, like, the birds chirping and things? Or do you just hear my voice? Because it's very quiet. It's even quiet for me. Okay, he's up that way. Yeah, he's definitely up that way. What? I think there's a dead body, and the game thought I came across it, but I actually didn't see it, because like I said, I'm blind, basically. So, like, my character came across it, but I didn't even see it. Oh, yep. He's as dead as a doornail. Although there's not particularly anything dead about a doornail. Am I right, boys? Does anybody even get that joke? I think so. Every man I can hear the birds. Okay, cool. Every man I have a question. What is it, Yukari? You better not ask what I think you're gonna ask. Dude, it is... Okay, it's nighttime. You know one thing I find funny? In all my time watching people play this game, I have never seen a single person use the night vision goggles intentionally. I've seen people pull them out for a second or two on accident, but I've never actually seen them use them. I legitimately think I'm the only Bigfoot player that uses them. I'm not even kidding. I've never seen anyone else do it. Was popping in again for my monthly inspection. What's up, Connor? It's good to see you, man. Everybody say hello to Elo67. He's here. It's good to see you, buddy. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're heading up this way. Hey, Connor, we're playing the original Finding Bigfoot. This has been literally 9 years in the making. Which, by the way, I want to say, do you remember back when I don't even remember what grade it was in, but I always wanted to do, like, Finding Bigfoot. You know, where you'd set up bait and track Bigfoot. I always wanted to do that. Well, this is the thing that it's based off of. Okay, this is the source material. This is the real-life canon material. Alright, let me check out my map. We need to disperse our cameras out. I don't know how big this map is, and I can't zoom out is the thing. Let's see. Do you like tanks? I sure do like tanks, but I don't like specifically people in them that perhaps might waste my time. Alright. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna head down this way. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to be so much more frightened when I see him than in the newer version. In the newer version, I'm almost never scared of him. Just because, like, he's so goofy. You know, not only is there battle music, which kind of takes away from things, but he just looks like a big ape. You know, there's nothing scary about... Okay, well, there is something scary about a big monkey, but he also doesn't have the fear factor of an actual ape, so he's kind of just a goofy cartoon character. In this version, he's a demon. He literally is an alien. I'm pretty sure it's implied that he's an alien, too. You know, minus the green blood and green glowing eyes, that is, obviously. I hear my own footsteps, but my footsteps are delayed, so it scares me. Okay, I swear I saw eyes is what Asher said. I think it's... Yeah, it's what Asher said. And this goes into what I was saying earlier. I don't know if he's omniscient or not. So I don't know if he always knows where I'm at, or if he has to find me. Because in the new version, he is omniscient. In this version, I actually don't know. Connor said he's on his laptop waiting for Marvel Rivals to update. That's cool. Okay, I just heard a noise, but I know it's not him since I'm backed up against a fence. What was I going to say? Oh, right. I've been waiting, even though I really wanted to play it, I've been waiting to play this game until after I streamed it. So I wanted to stream it first and then play it. Since I didn't want to, you know, like, spoil the experience for myself. Because, like, the first time you play a horror game, you're obviously more scared than if you've played it 3 times before. We all know this. You know, it's like Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's. I got less scared playing it when I did my final few times doing it than the first time I did it. First time I did it, I was scared turdless. Alright, I'm going to set up something here. Okay, we're not. I guess you can only set it up in grass, which is kind of a weird choice, but... Well, actually, no, it's not really, because you have to stake it in the ground. Which is kind of funny. the fact that this version is more realistic somehow. Despite their attempts, of course. Okay, I'm going to put a trap here. And then I'm going to put some bait and then run. Because I know he can smell bait. Okay, I disguised it. Okay, we have 3 traps set up. I'm going to rip a branch. Alright, let's go. I haven't yet, but if you like the Everyman, then you must have a taste. Connor, you should watch it. Oh, Connor's not much of an anime watcher. He watched My Hero, but he's not... And he also watched One Punch Man. Okay, I know you guys all heard that. But he's not too much of an anime watcher. He also doesn't like the kind of anime I usually watch on the channel. But he also hasn't given it a try. So I would suggest starting off with something simple and then go to something like Girls on Panzer after. Also, by the way, Yukari, we're doing Spy X Family next, and you can't deny that that is peak. I've got to watch it. Like, it's actually necessary. Sorry. And you guys see why I'm not sure if he's omniscient or not? Oh my god, I think I just saw him. Is because the build, there's so much build up. Like, he takes so long, I'm actually not sure if he knows where I'm at or not. Dude, I'm actually scared. I'm legitimately scared. I want to look at chat, but I don't want to take my eyes off the screen. Also, I just want you guys to know, there's no tablet in this game. Or in this version of the game. In the new version, there is. So I can look at cameras anytime. In this version, there's not. So I can't look at the cameras until I get back to the trailer. Which is actually something I like, because it makes the trailer have a purpose. In the new version, you never have a reason to return to the trailer. I only return to it because, first of all, it makes me feel comfortable, and second of all, because I think it's cool and I'm trying to relive this game, or this version of the game. I keep saying this game. Let's just call it this game. Let's just consider them separate games. They basically are. Even though they are actually the same thing. Or at least they're built off the same thing. Okay, what is chat saying? Oh, Pedro showed up. Sorry it took me a while, Pedro, to notice. I've been wetting my pants. What's everybody saying? I'm good, how are you? What shall I call you? Just call him Pedro. That's what everyone else does. Let's see. All the schools are on giant boats, and it's all also stereotypical. That's what Yukari's saying about Girls on Panzer, I'm guessing. Okay. Every time I look at the trees, I think I see him. Even though he's got those Black Ops Zombies eyes where I can see him from a mile away with glowing eyes. This is making me think he isn't omniscient, and that he actually does have to find me. Because he hasn't yet. And I've been out in the open for a while. Also, I just want to say, the reason most people get attacked by him is that they go back to the trailer. That's everybody's mistake that they've made when they first played this game. Because remember, I have the benefit of hindsight. They didn't. So when they played this game, they all went back to the trailer unsuspectingly. Now, granted, I don't know why you'd play a horror game and expect there not to be something attacking you, but still. That kind of, and then that goes into another thing of, like, you know, the average intelligence on YouTube apparently isn't that high because, you know, people will play. It's like playing a war game and you think there's not going to be any combat. You know, it's like, what do you mean? You play a horror game, you expect to get scared. If you don't get scared, it's a disappointment. Either that or you're just waiting for it to happen. I went all the way here, man. I'm always scared of, like, if I do a certain action, does it trigger his AI to come to me or not? Because, like, Dead by Daylight does that with Survivor AI. Okay, what's chat saying? Everyman, I will cut you some slack on GUP for you to watch Spy X Family because I don't know how or why you haven't watched it yet. Yeah, that's actually... I was going to say, that's a big one, and my channel is built off of romance anime. Okay, it's not built off it, but it's what I want to focus on. And so, as a result, yeah, it's like a requirement. So I think we can all collectively agree this is important. It's a big one. Let's see. Like I said, he patrols, but when he sees you, he basically becomes a next bot. Okay, so Asher does know. You see, because in the new version, he always knows where you're at. Like, we've actually, Connor and I have confirmed this on camera multiple times. I don't think you guys have seen it on this channel, but on Twitch, we streamed this game a couple of times, and we saw it ourselves. And then you guys have seen it yourself, how he'll find you anywhere. This version is scarier. It's actually scarier him not always knowing where you're at, because you're scared of running into him. In the new version, I just have to stand still, and I know he's going to come to me. And that's the difference between horror versus action. Okay. I'm going to play Marvel Rivals now. Maybe I'll be back later. I'll see you, Connor. Thanks for tuning in, man. It was good to see you. Everyman, can I use my question? Use your question. I didn't say you had a limit. Yeah, sure. Okay, I just looked away from the screen and looked back and thought I saw him. Also, Asher said he's like a next bot, and I obviously know what that means. It means he's never going to stop chasing you once he sees you until you shoot the flare off. Which, by the way, side thing, one thing I like about this game is that you don't have to shoot the flare and hit him with it. You just have to shoot it in general. Which makes sense, because he's scared of the flare. He's not scared of being on fire, right? Or at least not... I mean, like, he's an animal. So you think the flare itself would be the scary thing, not like, oh, I have to direct impact him with it and catch his fur on fire. Can I check the time in-game? Or is that a thing? Every time I turn around, I think I see him. Bro, when is it gonna turn daytime? These feel like actual days and nights. Also, I think he's patrolling the trailer. That would make sense. Or patrolling around it. Because I haven't returned there, and everyone returns there on the first night. Which is how he always gets them. Also, another thing, I don't want him to tear the door off the trailer. I really don't. Really would not like that. What kind of music do you like? Oh, okay. Let's see. Ooh. I actually mentioned... Did I mention this before? I don't think I mentioned this. So I started listening to this new guy, and he's a new singer too. What is that? Oh, it's a fire. I started listening to this new guy, Ray Dalton. Dude, he is great. That guy is an amazing singer. But primarily I listen to like Gorillaz. Gorillaz has great music and a lot of variety. What is it, like Daryl Hall and John Oates. What else? Tears for Fears. I thought I just saw him. Alright, what else? Michael Jackson's good. Let's see. Britney Spears is great. Lady Gaga is good. What else? Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Stevie Wonder's good. Let me think. I like a lot of singers, really. Styx is probably my favorite band. You know, like the River Styx is how you spell it. What else? Kenny Loggins is good. Rush is amazing. Let's see. Everyman, if I found my way into your walls after eating all the insulation, would you rather I force you to watch Girls in Panzer or listen to Taylor Swift for a week without pausing? Obviously, I would rather watch Girls in Panzer because my biggest reason for not watching it is that I want to watch other shows instead, and so I view it as like wasting my time. If I were to be forced to listen to any music, including music I like, for a week straight without pausing, I'd get nothing done. That would be the ultimate waste of time. Because I can't focus while there's a lot of sound going on. So I need minimal sound when I'm thinking. That's why on stream I say and do a lot of stupid stuff. Is because when there's loud noise going on, including my own voice, it distracts me. Let's see. I saw Styx and Foreigner live. Dude, nice! I wish I could see them live. Foreigner's good too. I don't like actively listen to them, but I think they have good music. I did listen to As Cold as Ice earlier, so... Well, the song isn't titled As Cold as Ice, it's just Cold as Ice, but still. Let's see. Gorillaz is my favorite band. Bruno Mars is my favorite singer, is what Asher said. Bruno Mars is pretty good. I don't listen to him, but he is obviously talented. Dude, is it ever gonna turn daytime? Jesus. This is like the Rake video game. You guys know how long it is nighttime in the Rake game? For freaking ever. And I don't know when his aggro deactivates is the thing. So I don't want to like stumble across him last second after having avoided him the whole night. You know what I mean? I'll just wait till it's daylight. I'll just hide in the open, I guess. Alright, let me read chat. Oh my god, Rush Enjoyer. Let's see, because I freaked out when you said Gorillaz in another stream. Yeah, I had actually said that before. I saw Weird Al live too, is what Yukari said. I actually haven't listened to much Weird Al. Let's see. Lucky man, Yukari. Certain mustache fellow was in one of his short films during intermission for a joke. I didn't remember what it was. I'm not sure that's exactly relevant, but alright. Let's see, Everyman, have you ever heard of the Shags? I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them. I'm not sure if having heard of them is good enough, but I have, at least. Okay, I'd say he's no longer aggro. I actually don't know if he attacks you during day or not in this version. I think he still does, but he isn't, like, actively out. Oh, cute cage. Okay, so we survived. We went without getting attacked. So that is good thing. That was grammatically incorrect. That is a good thing to know, is that he doesn't actually know where you're at all the time. I think that's the most valuable piece of information that I have, or like need to know. Just because I'm so used to him being omniscient, it's weird when he's not. Let's see, DVD collab would be fun, but I don't know if everyone has it. I have it on Xbox, but not on PC. Also, the game is kind of going under, so, and I'm also exclusively a killer player. So, yeah. Let's see. Everyman, you should listen to their hit song, Philosophy of the World. Alright, I'll have to look it up after stream then. Alright, let's see. We're gonna head down south this way. Let's see. What if we all got 6 days in Fallujah? No, sir. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, the Spy X Family, there was a video game on Steam, actually. I don't even know what the genre of the game is. It seems really fun, though. I got that because it was on sale, and it's like $40 normally, and I obviously don't want to pay $40 for a video game, especially one that isn't in a genre that I typically play. So I got it on sale, so that's pretty cool. I'm basically what I'm doing here is I'm stocking up on all the Spy X Family merch before I watch the show, because I know the show is gonna be great. There's always those shows where you're just like, you know it's going to be peak. You don't even need to watch it to know it's going to be good. Shows like Origairu, people can say it's good, people can talk it up, but you have to watch it to really know, like, alright, I don't like this. But then there's things like Kaguya-sama Love is War, where it's like, you better take someone's word for it being good. Because it's one of those things, like, you just can't mess it up. I mean, I'd be surprised if anybody dislikes Love is War, honestly. Let's see, alright, Yukari's saying I should look up 6 days in Fallujah. Alright. Everyman, have you heard Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd? Have I heard... Was I born yesterday? Yes, I've heard it. Wait, What generation is this? I'm the exact same age as you. All right. Let's go down this way. I'm actually not sure what this is. Is this the exit gate? By the way, I'm stuttering a lot because once I become tired enough, my words start to meld together. Controversial take, but I don't like Pink Floyd. That's not really a controversial take. Controversial is also not the word I'd use. I think hot take is what you mean, which is kind of it's sort of synonymous, but also not really. Just because controversial implies that there's, something to talk about. I mean, not really. If you don't like a band, you don't like the band. I also don't think you're entirely wrong. I think they're better than... Now, this might be a hot take, but I think they're better than Led Zeppelin. But they're not... Neither of them are really my favorite either. I think their music is a little bit boring. I don't know. It's not my favorite. I much prefer, like, Daryl Hall, John Oates, Rush, Blue Oyster Cult, Kansas, that sort of thing. Alright. We're going to set up a camera back here just because I think it's necessary. And because, ironically, we have more camera options in this game than in the more updated version. So, I'm going to place... Also, another thing, the camera placements aren't as strategic. They're more like how it would be normally, which is you place a camera and you might see him. Because it's not like you know where he's going to be, or you're supposed to know where he's going to be, right? Because Bigfoot isn't supposed to use bridges. In the new version, he travels like a human, minus the teleportation. But in this version, he actually travels like a freaking monster, so you just put cameras at random because you don't know where he's going to be. Let's see. They are not better than Zeppelin. Nah, it's fine. I have horrible taste in music, so Asher said. As a psych rock enjoyer, psych rock is very much targeted towards a specific audience, and I can understand not liking it. Alright, my friends also have horrible music taste, Asher. By the way, that time wasn't a stutter. He actually said has, and I had to correct it to have, or the other way around. Have to has, given the context. Anyways, we're going to set up more cameras, and we're also going to go find his lair. That's what we're going to do. Let me get the last camera here. Let me grab some night vision goggles, or batteries. I already have the goggles. And I'm going to grab my last traps here. Do I have any meat left? I do. Cool. Okay. Let's go. He didn't actually fall in any traps last night. I did hear him a couple times, though. You guys said Will Wood is good. I actually have never heard of Will Wood, so you stumped me at that one. Most of the time, if it's just like, I don't know if it's a band or not, but if it's just somebody's name, I'm probably not going to know who he is or who they are. I said he, given the context of the situation, but it's obviously not always a guy. Alright. I'm thinking we should put one up over at the swamp. I think that'd be good. How many yeah, I got 4 cameras left. I think so. And then, you know what? Tonight, we're going to hop on the cams. We're going to see what we can see. Feel what we can feel. Also, this is a minor thing, but there's no stamina in this game. So, this is about as fast as I can run. But it's also infinite sprint. So, alright. Camera time. There we go. Nice. Alright, we have a lot of traps set up, so I'd be surprised if he gets past this. By the way, I just realized I didn't do the one thing I've always thought about doing if I ever played this game, which is surround the trailer with a bunch of bear traps and then basically just screw him the whole time while he tries to attack me. But instead I did the exact same flaw, the exact same mistake as my forefathers and decided to play the game normally. Like an idiot. But whatever. We'll find some stuff. Alright. I will set up a bear trap over... Okay, I guess you can't. This is probably because they did it a lot of people at the time did it in the Rake game. They did the exact same thing. So they probably did it in this case, or prevented it to where you can do that, so people wouldn't just exploit it. Well, that's good to know. Nobody ever tried is the thing. I mean, like, I get if you can't do it, but nobody ever freaking tried it to begin with. Or maybe they tried it off camera or something. I don't know, I doubt it. Let's see. I forgot what song, but one of them ends in construction notes. Every man, is it normal to have Spotify playlists dedicated to a non-existent being you wish was your wife? Excuse me? What, Yukari? Well, okay, don't word it like specifically as if you're insane, but I mean, like, it's not really weird. I mean, you could say that about any fictional thing, right? Like, let's say, let's say you like the Avengers, okay? Listening to the Avengers theme doesn't mean you like fictional humans with crazy, wacky powers, and you want them to be your best friend. You want them to live in the same universe as you, you know? It's like, well, when I word it like that, you sound weird, versus, you know, I like superheroes. I thought that movie was really cool, and I thought the soundtrack was cool, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's pretty normal. And, yeah, Pedro said it was normal. If Pedro says it's normal, it's normal. That's the rule. Dude, I have so much ground to cover, Jesus. It always looks like it's about to turn night in this game. Or it looks like it's just going to stay night if it's, you know, dusk. But, you know, it's technically the middle of the day. That is one thing I appreciate about the newer version, is it gives you a freaking clock. You know, it's like in this case, I don't know what the hell time it is. Everyman, have you not learned that I'm a psychopathic masochist from all of our conversations, is what Yukari said. Well, first of all, you're definitely not a psychopath. Second of all, the other thing I can't really account for, and I'm not going to address it because it's kind of awkward to address. I almost just stepped in a bear trap, I think. Oh no, the bear trap's down here, never mind. Let's see. Asher said, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm Santa for my younger cousins now. You said that like that's a bad thing, so it kind of makes me concerned of why you're... Okay, well that was louder than usual. I think that means he's out and about. I think that's what that means. Well, I better hurry then. Because I wanted to go down this way, and I'm not really sure what this is. This might be his cave, his domain. I have multiple playlists, multiple music streaming platforms for Nana. Okay, well, or Nona, if you dedicate literally everything to specifically one character, then maybe it's a little bit unhealthy, but I wouldn't exactly say it's weird, necessarily. I say necessarily twice, I'm not sure. I've already been here, and I just repeated the exact same pattern of movement. I guess I could hide down here if I wanted. Okay, I have to get so far north, and then get back to the trailer before freaking nightfall. That is not going to... Oh, yeah, it's already turning dusk. It's over. Sun's already going down. I wonder if he just camps around the trailer. I genuinely do wonder that. I don't think he does. But, like... It would make sense, because that's what everybody does. They return to the trailer and they get freaking, you know, touched in bad places. Meanwhile, your boy the Everyman didn't even go back to the trailer, so he never found me. Alright. I've got to remember my training. This is what my training was for, fellas. To fight any Bigfoot, no matter the circumstances, no matter the strength. I've got this. Alright, we're going to go to this little path here, and I'm going to try to put a camera. I'm reading chat right now, and Yukari's saying some weird stuff. Pedro just hit Yukari with a power swing, I see. Wonder how he's going to reply to that one. Pedro said, "Are you cheating again?" What? Oh, sweet, a bear trap. Also, there's no jump scare up here, unlike the Rake version. So, that's cool. Alright, I'll put a camera here. And then immediately place that bear trap I just obtained. I guess the disguise makes it more likely for him to step in it. I guess that's what it is. Okay, it's definitely night now. I mean, there's still a little daylight, but like it's night. It is as good as night. I've got 2 cameras left. No traps, but I can set up some cameras and get some good views. So that's what I'm going to do. I really want to check the cameras back at the trailer, but I just don't have... I know he's there. Okay, I just heard something. I know he's there waiting for me. Also, one thing that makes this game more immersive right now is I have my fan on in my room. So I've intentionally made myself a little bit chilly. Just like I'm out in the wilderness. You know, in the kind of setting that this character is in right now. What the... Okay. Sorry, I just ran into a wall because I went to check chat. Or it was a tree, not a wall. I wonder if he sees my flashlight. He probably does. The other version, the newer version does. I would assume this version does as well. Okay, so what is this? I'll read the chat in a moment, Yukari. I keep opening the freaking guide on accident. Oh, here we go. Here's the entrance. You guys ready to see something magical? I remember back when this was a big theory on the internet. Let me see where it is. Dude, I can't see squat. Most people find this during the day so that it's easier for them to do it. Alright, we found his cave. Dude, where's it even at? Oh wait, here it is. I think this is it. Alright, well, long story short, I can't seem to find it. Because I don't even know what to, like, jump over to show it. But long story short, Mjolnir, you know, Thor's hammer, is in this cave. And it's Bigfoot's. So you guys know what that means? Our boy Bigfoot here is an Asgardian. Either that or he's a frost giant, which I think is probably more accurate. Okay, I thought I heard something. Let's see. No, she's freaky too, but she just stopped communicating, is what Yukari said. Oh, the ghosting type. Yeah, but it's alright, I guess, is what Yukari said. Okay, so Australian wasn't a good option. She might have been working with some sort of... I almost said interdimensional. That would have been funny. Some sort of global... I'm just... Okay, I thought I saw him again. I need to focus up. Okay, that was a deer. And the deer was running. The question is from what? He's totally about to intercept me. I can feel it in my veins. I can feel the attack coming. I'm gonna place my final camera in the camp. Actually, here, where is it? I'm gonna place it here. Alright, we've got all the cameras set up, boys. It's camera watching time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna head back to the trailer and make the decision, the mistake, I should say, that every man before me, every man and woman has made. And I will be torn limb from limb by the big alien. I almost said monkey man. In this case, he's definitely an alien. The gigantic Martian-like creature. Do I get a ping if the camera sees him? I doubt it. I don't think I do, actually. I said actually, but didn't add the T in there. So it sounded like actually. Like I have a speech impediment. Okay, what's chat saying? Sorry, I don't have time. He's worthy. Every time Bigfoot stomps, it makes thunderish sounds. Every man can feel the Bigfoot senses deep inside of him. What is it? Finals are over the next 2 days for me, is what Austin Bear said. Not for me. I still have homework / projects to do, is what Pedro said. Okay. I don't have that to do. I just have video stuff to work on. So I'm streaming, obviously, right now, as you can blatantly tell. And then tomorrow I'm going to record a couple of videos. And that's what I'm going to be doing. He's totally setting up an ambush. This is an ambush. Does it count as an ambush if I'm holding position and he attacks me? I feel like it still does. Dude, every time I hear footsteps, they're my own, but the sound effect's freaking delayed, so it sounds like it's somebody else. And we all know I'm paranoid. He hasn't stepped in one trap. Can you guys believe that? Alright, I'm just gonna step in my trailer and get rocked. Where's the light? Camera time. Let's get it. Okay, I can zoom in. Kinda wish the traps didn't have giant icons over it, but I know why they do. Okay, Cam 4 wasn't my best work, but it's okay. I want to read chat, but it's camera mode, and I'm crapping bricks right now. What do they even expect me to see? Are these cameras actually in real time? Like what's on the monitor? I gotta correct Cam 4. Cam 4 is a problem. Oh crap! The monitors are real time. What was that? That's kind of cool that they managed to do that. Do I have to be on cameras to, like, activate him? Is that how it works? Or does he get more aggressive as the nights go? Kind of like the newer version. I wonder how well I can hide from him. Okay, you guys are making fun of Pedro right now. You guys do that. Okay, we got a deer here. False alarm, we got a deer. I want to go correct camera 4, but I mean, how many horror movies have I watched? Why would I go outside to correct a camera? I can just wait till morning. Maybe that's what he wants me to think. Dude, I'm crapping bricks right now. I'm not seeing him. I've heard him. The only two alive in Pedro lore is Ghost and Two-Face. Ghost is literally named Ghost of Pedro. He's dead. I might just shoot my gun off in the air, but that'd be a horrible idea. But I kind of want to at this point. I mean, we still got a long night to go. But can I not turn this light off? I feel like this defeats the point. Matter of fact, why can't I just lay in bed? You know, it's like you want to hide from him. Why not just curl up into bed? He can't see you. Not from outside. He had to come inside the trailer to see you. And we all know he's not just going to casually open the door politely and walk on in. I mean, the newer version, he'll do that. He'll rip the door off, then just saunter on into your old trailer. But this version, obviously not. This version is a lot like the Rake. He don't show up, but when he does, he makes it devastating. And he also makes it scary. Because, I mean, if you, like, you don't see the Rake, if you play that game, you don't see it for, like, a flat 30 minutes. And then when you do see it, you see it in, like, a quick jump scare that startles you out of nowhere, and then it's just gone. And then you're scared for another 10 minutes. You guys are all saying balls in chat? What the heck is going on? Last time I tried, the Chinese government censored me, is what Yukari said. Okay. Oh, it's a freaking deer. One thing I do want to point out for everybody is, even though it seems like my version is taking longer than everyone else's in the past, my version is actually taking about the exact same amount of time. In fact, it's probably taking less time. Because if you remember, most of these people that were playing this game, they had long playlists of them playing this game. Like Lord Minion 777, he has like, I don't even know how many parts of him playing Bigfoot. And each video is like 20 to 30 minutes long. And then that's including cuts. So imagine all that without the cuts. And that was how long he was playing this game. And then he did it by himself, and then he did it with friends. And he did it with friends multiple times, too. In my version, I already got the cameras all set up, and my traps all set up. I'm just waiting for him. Oh, you guys are having your weird character interaction in chat, I see. By the way, where is WX Analyst? Not only did I text him and tell him that I'm streaming tonight, not only did I send him a link to the stream, but I also told him earlier today that I was streaming today. Alright, it's turning daytime. I don't know where Big Fella is, but we might just have to go find him. Get it? because we're playing Finding Bigfoot. Shoot, I'm really funny, right? Really, that one was wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. I'm about to just shoot my gun off. I mean, I think it's a little late for that. Mark my words, I will. I'm gonna go fix camera 4. That's what we're gonna do. Where is that even at? Okay, it's this way. The only camera in this direction. And I put it in the worst spot. Are both of Pedro's accounts, look, I say both, are 2 of Pedro's accounts speaking at the same time in chat? None of that decoy crap. He's inflating my numbers. He's botting for me. I didn't ask you to bot. You're just doing it on your own. Alright, we'll put this up here to height. There we go. Get us a nice height advantage. Beautiful. It's not as high as I thought it would be, but still. Alright, that is magnificent. And then we got ourselves a trap down here that I'm tempted to step in, but I'm not going to. Isn't it weird that he hasn't stepped in a single trap? Doesn't that just grind your gears? Yukari says, every man help me. What is going on? No, every man, it's just Two-Face, no Pedro. Yep, totally. You should have said, well, we gotta go finding Bigfoot. Well, that would be grammatically incorrect. I said the grammatically correct version, therefore it is superior. I'm gonna watch the cameras, because I know he can be out during the day. He just isn't attacking during the day. I could also go searching for those bodies. I'll do both. It's fine. Was Pedro kidnapped a second time? Well, Pedro's dead. His ghost is all that remains. The other thing... I didn't even notice the sign. Okay. What does that say? Oh, Howes River. Okay, I thought that said Horse River. Every man, a place that is not good to be hidden in on the male body has been hid. Okay, that was weirdly stated. It's okay, Yukari, just deal with it. I think I twisted one. Okay, alright, I'm gonna stop reading your stuff now. That was a mistake. Alright, let's check out the cameras, and then we're gonna go searching for those other people. Alright, cam 4 is corrected. Look at that, fellas. Got a nice view. Okay, not such a nice view in this direction. It's okay. It's meh. Every other direction, fantastic. Alright, well, now that we've done that, let's go off. Let's sail off. Oh, I'm glad you guys are having fun today. Let me put my... Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go searching off this direction. I have no clue where these 3 other bodies are going to be. As you guys know, I'm terrible at finding bodies. I do have the one case where I accidentally stumbled across one, which was pretty funny, and which I realized I still haven't made a clip out of, but, you know, I generally am not good at finding them on purpose. I mean, I didn't even find the one earlier on purpose. I didn't even see him, in fact. I only got a sound effect and then realized that it was there because I looked at my map, and the map shows it. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have even thought of it. Austin Bear said, tell me the entire Pedro lore. Basically, what ended up happening was, so Pedro got dragged out of his home by the Mexican cartels, right? And he got dragged to an alligator park in Louisiana. Then he got killed with some sort of like electric shock device, and then his ghost was freed from his body. And as a result, he managed to stay on my live stream during a clone drone stream and comment. And now he seems to have created clones of the body in order to kind of possess. But Ghost of Pedro is still not like... He's here and he's not here. And so the other versions of him manifest in different ways. Does that explain it well, Austin? And Pedro, are you surprised that I remember exactly the process by which that happened on the clone drone stream, considering that was like 5 months ago or more? Alright, we still haven't really checked out this tower much. Pedro said, I have no idea what the Everyman is talking about. Stop the cap. You remember exactly what I'm talking about. Everyman is my new recent content style good. I'm going to be real. I haven't watched your most recent video. What is your most recent video, in fact? Let me go ahead and take a gander. Channel activity. Okay, it won't let me. I'll just do it after this. See, Everyman, why are you making thing up? Alright, he's trying to gaslight us into thinking that's not exactly what happened. You guys can go check out the stream where that happened. I can't tell you the exact minute during the video that it happened. I mean, it kind of happened over the course of like 20 minutes, but still. Okay, where did Two-Face come from? Well, he's one of the bodies that he manifested through. Right, so think of it kind of like, how do I put this? So he likes DC, right? And he likes Two-Face. So his physical manifestation, one of his physical manifestations, would be Two-Face, if that makes sense. So it's like projecting his desires, and the desires create a living thing. It's like that. Everyman, are you a Sherman guy or a Panzer guy? A Sherman guy. What do you mean a Panzer guy? Do I look German to you? No. As for Austin, I just explained the lore to you. I remember precisely what happened. Pedro doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm sure there's some amnesia that comes with dying. He said, Everyman, shut up? Dang. Watch your tongue, boy. There is no lore. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Alright. Dude, I cannot find a body. Is this thing in an obvious spot? Because I don't think it is. Let's see. Are you a Sherman guy or a Pershing guy? Still Sherman. Okay, that was normal, totally. There was never a lore. Oh boy. Can somebody tell me what this reminds you of? Just take a gander. We started with, well, here's what the lore is. Then it went to, shut up, you don't know the lore. Then it went to, there isn't a lore. Then it went to, there was never a lore. Does anybody have a guess of what this reminds you of? I won't confirm nor deny what it is. But, I mean, I think we all know what we're thinking of here. Yes, it's gaslighting, obviously, but I mean, what exactly does this, a specific case of this in real life that it reminds you of? The reason I'm not saying it is because by now I'm convinced that anytime I say like a specific trigger phrase, then whatever it is prevents the video from being seen as often. It's kind of like how in my titles I put anime more, and then it gets more views because I guess YouTube thinks that consistency is key. Even though it's the same thing, I just don't have the title as the same thing. So it's sort of a similar idea. Sort of like how copywriting on videos, they say it doesn't do anything. In reality, it basically kills the video. I see that deer, by the way. There's just not a point in killing it. That's a nice shot. I see Bigfoot's tactic is to wear me down. He's hit my logistics first. Everyman, Pedro's gaslighting reminds me of my relationship with my father, is what Yukari said. That's, that got uncomfortable really fast, and I don't really know how to reply to that. I'm gonna say sorry, I guess. I don't really know how to. Yeah. Yukari, can you send your channel's link into the Discord? My lizard brain can't get to it's what Asher said. We'll at the end of the stream. All right. All right. I guess we're just gonna lock the fort down and prepare our anus. I guess that's pretty much all we can do. Can I sit on the couch? Oh, I can. Is there a crouch button? Let me check it out. There is not a crouch button. That sucks. Okay. I think those events are why I turned out this way, is what Yukari said. Well, it could be worse. You could be in a No Kings protest. Was that too soon? I'm sorry. Let's see. Anyway, Everyman, favorite tank overall? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I mean, you can't go wrong with an M1A2 Abrams. I think that's a solid one. What is this? I like the T-34s, what Asher said. Jokes aside, it's a great tank. I mean, cheap maybe, but I don't know about great. Yukari said Pravda. I don't know what that means, so I'll just nod my head and say yes. Can I open this? Yeah, there we go. Fresh air. We're gonna stare into the sunlight. Never mind, that's a horrible idea. By the way, side thing, I can't look at sunlight the same way ever since I watched. Okay, so this was like a month ago. I watched one of those map videos. You know how there's those map videos where it shows like fictional universes and things changing on the global map. So it's like, for example, the Half-Life, the 7-hour war with the Combine. There's like a map video, I think, of showing that. Or like, what's another one? One showing like Wolfenstein's events. Or, let's see. There's some other ones for the SCP universe. And I accidentally clicked on the one that was SCP-001, When Day Breaks. You know, the one where the sun starts to turn everybody into flesh monsters and it kills everyone, and not even half, the majority of the population dies very quickly, and it's horrible and disturbing. Yeah, yes, and I'm traumatized, and I'm scared of the sun, partially. So there's that. Legitimately, that is probably When Day Breaks is the most disturbing thing I think I've ever seen, including Dead Space Downfall. Compared to Dead Space, it's still more disturbing. It is probably it's actually worse than From as well. The show called From, it's worse than that too. And Nope, it's worse than Nope. It is, like, it takes a special kind of mind to make something that disturbing, right? It's kind of like how Danganronpa is, like, obnoxiously disturbing for no apparent reason. It's sort of like that. Let's see, I hate that video. Don't worry, Everyman, I don't go outside either. It's not that I'm not scared to go outside. It's just like I look at the sun and then I think of When Day Breaks, and I can't look at it the same way after that. Alright. Well, I'd say we wasted enough time. Let's get to the cameras. Oh, 360 coverage, nice. What do you guys think the most disturbing thing you've ever watched is? For me, probably the top three, I would say, are When Day Breaks, as I just said, then Dead Space Downfall. That movie was just like, why would a sane human ever come up with it? Then the third thing would probably be From. That show is just, it just knows how to write horror. It's also very depressing. That's a common theme with the things that I think are the most disturbing, is that they're very depressing. They're not like the Scream kind of horror or like Five Nights at Freddy's horror. They're very just like, why would a person ever come up with it, you know? Speaking of which, I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie back when I made that post. That was like 2 weeks ago. I feel like it was 2 weeks ago. That movie was pretty good. I liked it. Okay, Austin Bear is going on a tirade. Let's see. Requiem for a Dream traumatized me. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Let's see. Okay. And Yukari is also talking about some... Okay, I thought I saw him. Sorry, I just freaked out. Come on, you big goober. Where you at? Got all these cameras. All this firepower, and he ain't even here. Well, you know what, boys? I'm tired of waiting for Bigfoot to get his fat rear up out of bed to make this shindig happen. Oh my god, he's attacking me! Bro, he attacked me before I even made... I made the decision to get his attention as he attacked me. I was starting to think he wasn't even on the map. I was genuinely starting to think the game was bugged or something. He thought he was so clever. He wanted to ambush me right as I decided I was going to shoot my gun up in the air. He's so dramatic, dude. He thought he was going to catch me in my vehicle, too. It kind of ruined how scared I was. I wasn't even scared of him attacking me, just because I was about to shoot my gun off anyways. And so I didn't even really process that he was attacking me. I just heard his noise. The Thing, when I was really young, but ever since that, I loved it when I got older. The Thing was great, yeah. I love that movie. Well, I've seen both the movies. The 2011 version and the John Carpenter version. I think they're both pretty good. Although, obviously, the original's better. You guys see that right there? Alien blood. What'd I tell you? I wonder, by the way, side thing. I wonder if he just spawned in this night. I wonder if he wasn't even spawned in before. Makes you think. Really does. Okay. I need to hit him with tracking bullets next time. That's something I've got to do. I'm not used to having tracking bullets. I'm used to the GPS sensors that I never use. Like I accidentally caused a political debate in chat. I'm just ignoring it generally, but I think it was pretty funny. Alright. Maybe we should say... Okay, I thought I heard him. Maybe we should say more ignorant things more often. Can I zoom in with this thing? No. Okay. Well, now that his... I was going to say his health bar is massive, but it only looks big. If you see that massive chunk of damage taken off, that's how much health he should have. Meanwhile, in the newer version, he's got 1,000 plus health. He's like a freaking arc boss. Alright, I'm gonna switch ammo. I think the tracking bullets still do damage, they just don't do as much. I want to stand out in the open. I'll put this here as well. Go on, Big Nelly. Show your face to me. The horror has kind of dissipated. He took too long. He made one of the rookie mistakes of horror is that you need build-up. Things can't happen too fast, but you also can't make the build-up last too long, or else you stop being afraid. Which kind of gets me on a separate tangent, which is that, for example, let me think of a movie that the horror happens too fast. Maybe like, I can't really think of a horror. Oh, Blair Witch Project. No, that takes forever. That's one of those examples where it takes way too long. I'll say like zombie movies make that mistake a lot of the time. Things happen too fast, and then you're not as scared. Although it can be done well. But in the case of like the Blair Witch Project or Sinners, especially this was the case in Sinners, things take way, way too long, and it stops being build-up and starts to be laziness, and then it makes you less scared. I see you! I see you, boy! I accidentally just shot him with a bunch of tracking bullets. Why am I stuck on something? Come on. Dude, my W key is broken. My W key is failing me. Alright, he's coming back. Big Nelly is coming back. Dude, it is so dark. There we go, buddy. There we go. Also, by the way, another thing, it doesn't let you shoot until you've reloaded, which I really don't like. Dude, if it wasn't for the game stopping me from running, then we wouldn't even be having a problem. It won't let me run. It might be my W key from holding it too long. Yeah, I can't keep up with them. The key's not working. Or like it's not working fully, I mean. Where you at, boy? Let's go this way. We got him on the run. There we go. There we go. Come on, reload. Dude, I wish it didn't take so long to reload. Jesus. You just vanish? Dude, you just vanished. Come on. Come on. Every man, would you rather be locked in a room with Hassan Piker or Lily Tino for 3 hours? Well, I mean, Hassan is a menace online, but if you were in a room with him in real life for 3 hours, he wouldn't do anything. He's like, he's not the kind of guy to pull out a knife and stab you himself. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do anything. I'd be in a room with him for 3 hours. No, I wouldn't say I'd like it. I mean, heck, maybe you would. Because you have to think about how people are when they're off camera. You know, it's like he could be totally different. Now, I'm sure a lot of it is still reflected in his personality. Because obviously nobody normal would act that way on camera intentionally and make themselves look bad in every case, unless they at least had a part of that as their actual personality. But it could still be a little different. Also, what's up, WX? It's good to see you. You are so late. We've been hunting Bigfoot for I don't even know how long. It's been over an hour, I think. There was a lot of buildup earlier. Dude, he hasn't stepped in a single trap. Can you believe that? He's off the map, by the way. I have him at under half health. So we're doing pretty well. Just you got... Oh, he retreated quickly. Did I hit him? I think I hit him. He ran off this way. I don't want him to tear my trailer up, but I gotta grab some stuff. Alright, night vision battery. Dude, my W key's failing me. I've been holding it down too long. Luckily, I've got plenty of flares, because this game is meant for multiple people, which means more equipment. I did waste a bunch of tracking bullets, though. Just because, you know, I forgot to switch. Or I forgot how to switch. I was trying to switch, but I was pressing a different button. Okay, let's see. Would you rather try and decipher what Winston Churchill tries to say, or Ozzy tries to say if both were alive? Ozzy, obviously. I was pressing the wrong button. Jesus! He's laying a smackdown on me. I was quite literally scratching my ass when that happened. Alright. It's not even a joke. I literally was... I was so distracted. Okay. I was reading chat. I was like, let me think about that one. Alright. Dude, somebody is speaking in the background right now. Are you serious? You know what I think is amazing? How you could be screaming at the top of your lungs and people somehow don't know you're there. Isn't that amazing? You know, it's like to not know somebody is streaming is kind of like not knowing somebody's shooting off a gun. It's like, dude, it's the loudest thing possibly imaginable in a house. How do you not hear it? It's kind of like that. I mean, you'd think Bigfoot would be able to hear me right now. I'm in the middle of nowhere, in the woods. Apparently not. He's fleeing instead. I'm trying to taunt Bigfoot. It's not working. I'm just sitting here. Yukari is talking about the Balkan states for some reason. Alright. We got one more night with Bigfoot. Then he's done. And he's finished. So here's what we got to do. I just fell from there after realizing I need to go there. I need to head up to camera, I think it's camera 3. And what I need to do is I need to grab that extra med kit. Then I lock a place down and prepare for combat. I gotta say, this Bigfoot is much scarier, but much weaker. So I think fighting him is less or is more tense. No, yeah, less tense. But his presence is scarier. Because like I'm not scared of him having 3,000 freaking health, but I'm still more afraid of him in general. Everyman, German wartime music or Soviet wartime music? Soviet wartime music, obviously. Something California would understand Utah, but not Maine. Why is that? They Mormon? Let's go this way. I don't even think the... Yeah, I don't even think the cave is here. It's not, no. I think it is back this way. Might as well just walk back. It's like we're doing anything else. And we're not going to find those bodies either. That's just not going to happen. I'm surprised we even found one, honestly. How's your day been, WX? I'm going to switch to tracking rounds first. I wish you could load up only a single tracking round so you don't accidentally keep firing. Wow, that is a beautiful shot right there. WX said Ben chill. Glad I don't have to take finals. Agree with that. Finals are a miserable experience for any high schooler. I just burned my eyes out. Ow. Okay. I don't remember where his cave was. I genuinely don't. Maybe it's north. I think it's up north is where it is. Maybe. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we don't need the med kit. I have flares. One thing I do want to note, this version of Bigfoot is a lot dumber than the version that's in, the newer version. I should rather say that he's more animal-like, right? So he's a more realistic Bigfoot. It's realistic because, if I shoot a freaking flare at him, or I'm shooting him with bullets, he doesn't tank it like a boss in a video game, right? He doesn't just keep charging you. That'd be stupid. No. Instead, he runs away. Because obviously, it's what an animal would do if you're shooting it with a rifle, blasting it with flares, and forcing it to step in bear traps all the time. Which, by the way, he still hasn't stepped in one, and I have so many across the map. I think I have 8 bear traps or something. Let's see. Can we make Senator John Kennedy the next president? I'm sorry. I actually don't know anything about the senators. I never know anything about senators. I know about the presidents, vice presidents, sometimes Congress people. I mean, I mostly just know that they're corrupt. What else? Governors, things like that. But I don't know senators. I just don't care about them. They exist. Oh, wait. No, that's not his name. Hang on. Oh, he's giving me false intel. Yukari's giving me false facts. So they're not really facts. They're just, you know, dogmatic points of view, I guess. Not that a name is really dogmatic. He just said the wrong name. I'm just making it sound dramatic while I walk through this massive forest, yawning and tripping over myself. Jeez. Oh, yes, it is. I'm having a stroke. Oh, okay. Well, then you're just a fool, I guess. I guess it's camera 8. I suppose it's camera 8 is the... Wait, no, it's camera 7, obviously. The one with the gigantic cave icon. I just can't see it because I can't scroll up on the map. Was that John N. Kennedy? The off-brand version? He's the Walmart brand version. Night, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep, and Yukari, I should finish the final episodes tomorrow. I'll see you, Asher. It was good seeing you today, man. Have a good night. Every man can. We have a stream where it's only politics for an hour, and at the end we all hate each other. Yukari, do you not remember the fact that I've done that like 3 separate times? Where I've said, hey guys, give me your political opinions, and then another one I covered like a million different topics that got very political as well. I made a whole video talking about politics too. That's not even the thing that I do on this channel. It's like I don't want to turn into, you know, the common commentary YouTuber. I do anime. That's my thing. Can you do that again? Yeah, I guess so, if everybody brings their freaking topics right and doesn't leave me awkwardly sitting there. Alright. Medkit's in here, or at least it should be. There we go. Alright. How do you see Thor's hand? Oh, wait. Is it like this? No. I think it's a different cave that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think there's 2 caves. Yeah, there's definitely 2 caves. And I just haven't seen the other one. I think the other cave is in the other direction. But I really don't feel like investigating. Pedro said, Yukari, I'm pretty sure you already did that in like every stream. Gonna go, I will make a list, is what Austin Bear said. Okay. I just like hating on communism, is what Yukari said. I'm bored, I don't know what to do. No offense to you, Everyman, I just don't have anything to do with. He didn't finish his sentence, he died. It's over. Just so you guys know, we're not playing another match after this. We're not hunting another Bigfoot. More big feet. We're done after one. Talk to your wife, Yukari. Yes. No will protect you. She will force you to see things the right way. And if you don't, then you're a fool. That was weird. I don't know what just happened there. By the way, after I watch Spy X Family, I'm thinking I want to do that. And this is a distant stream. So this would be next year probably in January or something. I might do a stream on that Spy X Family game, but I'm not sure. I'd have to play it first, get a little feel for it. But I'm definitely not waiting to play it until. Well, okay, I'll wait after I've watched the show, but I am not waiting for the stream to play it. So it won't be like this experience. Let's see. Talk about problems about your marriage you may be having. Nona's going to turn me into a communist eventually, is what Yukari said. Well, don't let that happen. That actually brings up something that I thought of the other day, which is I wonder how things work. And this is how I thought of it. So I was watching something Star Wars related, and I was thinking, what happens if you had, like, let's say a guy is an Imperial officer, right? So he's like an Imperial major or something. And then his wife is secretly a rebel spy, okay? And these two people, they're like die hard in love with each other. And then that got me thinking about real life. And I was thinking, I know that a lot of the time people join like rebel causes and things that are military officials and such. They join them because they have a friend or somebody they know that's in the rebel group. But I wonder how often, or like what the logistics of that would be. You know, it's like you're married to somebody that's on the opposite. How rude. You're married to somebody that's on the opposite side of the faction. You know, it's something like that. I mean, cult groups are pretty, like, I would know how that would look, and it wouldn't be pretty. But, you know, it's that sort of thing that makes me wonder how that whole thing would operate. I don't know. It'd make for a nice movie. There's plenty of movies about it. Pedro's like lecturing Yukari about a fictional character. We've reached that state in reality. Maybe it's bed problems. Is that, Pedro, did you really just say that? It's a fictional character. You can see a doctor about that stuff. I think there's a special kind of doctor you see for that sort of thing. Namely, a psychiatrist. She knows I don't like communism and makes fun of me being American. That's cute, I guess. Some wife. Pedro, you dang well know Yukari doesn't have kids. I don't know why you're asking him about that. Alright, well, we made it back to the trailer after the longest trek of my entire life. So we got our med kit. We got enough health to survive another swing. And we have bullets and 4 tracking darts left. I know they're not darts, but tracking bullets just sounds wrong. You know, it's like, I don't know. Yukari said I'm not divorcing her. That's good. Divorces are horrible. Did I ever tell you guys about that? Like my views on, well, a lot of stuff related to marriage. I'm very opinionated in that field, really. I would say that's probably one of the things I am the most opinionated on. So if it isn't like Star Wars or something, then marriage was one of the big things. Yukari said I have issues, but she doesn't. Well, don't say that. That usually means both have issues. It's not you, it's me. Reminds me of that line in, I think it was Star Trek Beyond, which was, if a human, what was it? If a human woman says it's not you, it's me, it's definitely you. No, I don't think that was the line exactly. The last part was. But I don't know if it was like human woman or if he said human female, because he's talking to Spock. So, like, he isn't saying it in a normal way. But he is saying it in a way that is logical. Or it gets the point across. And it's Spock, so obviously it's more technical. I like how Pedro and Yukari are in this, like, weird, I guess, marriage counseling or whatever's going on there. Alright. Okay, I'm ready for Bigfoot. I'm ready for Freddy. Let's get it. The final showdown. He's still never, by the way, he's still never stepped in a single bear trap. Isn't that insane? Not a single one. I mean, what do you even, like, what do you say about that? Seriously. Not one bear trap. The whole time. He's been active for so long. Let's get on cameras one last time. I think Bigfoot can kill deer, but I've actually never seen him do it. At least not that I can remember. My Bigfoot senses are tingling. He's about to attack soon. What'd I just tell you? Man, he's messing up my trailer. Come on. I'm not even in there. Oh, and now he wants to run. He's just a vandal. He just came to mess up my stuff. I'm not even going to chase him. I want to see the damage. Oh. He just opened the window. Wait a minute. Oh my god, guys. You know what he just did? He just took my freaking Twinkies. I had Twinkies. He took them. He didn't even want me. He just wanted my freaking Twinkies. Literally, he just ran up, wasn't even attacking me, opened the window, reached inside, grabbed it, and left. We all just saw that, right? Everyman, what do you think about PETA attacking Uma Musume? I saw that video in my recommended and decided not to watch it. So I guess I'll have to watch it to see what you're talking about. Come on, Bigfoot. I know you got some fight left in you. Let's settle this like men in the rain, like a dramatic movie scene, like the end of John Wick 1. Well, fight me man to man, like the man you wish you were. I haven't seen him on one camera this whole time. Maybe I just suck at setting up cameras. Everyone I've seen on YouTube has spotted him on cameras before. That's how they get all those wacky thumbnails. Go ahead. What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. Come on, kill me. I'm here. Come on, do it now. Kill me. I would do the line from Arnold, but I'd rather not yell at the top of my lungs. Made a post about it? Okay, so Yukari made a post about the Uma Musume thing. And he's been going on a tangent about it lately with his content. Well, I'll have to check it out then. I'm guessing following that stream that we did, you've added your voice into your content. It's like you're awakening. So Bigfoot really just raided the trailer to take my Twinkies, and then he just booked it back home. That's it? He's just gone now? This little freaking coward. The balls. I hate you. How fast do you think I can switch bullets after firing off in the air? I'll try it. Well, actually, no, I don't have enough ammo to do that. Oh, wait, no, I do. I got his attention. I always hear what sounds like footsteps, but it's just the rain. Come on, big boy. Your kiss is on my list. Let's wrap this up. Dude, it took so long to fire. Dude, do you guys see his health? This always happens whenever I play Bigfoot. I get him down to literally the last bar of health, and then he weasels away. He squirrels off. I see him. Come on, W key, don't break now. I legitimately think I'm the only person who's ever played this game that actually uses the night vision goggles. No joke. Well, this area is cool. Dead body over here, perhaps. No. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. Maybe we can have our dramatic standoff in the swamp. That'd be sick. But alas, it won't happen. Alright, Yukari's talking about his content. I will say every man, the stream we did made me a lot more motivated to make content, so thank you for that. I might turn the channel around to something actually productive. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad I could do that for you. Dang everyman, the home stretch. I wish night vision goggles weren't $1,000 or more bucks for a pair, or I'd have some by now. Yeah, so is all the other cool stuff. You know, like Spy X Family action figures, or, you know, collectibles from Quintessential Quintuplets, but alas, everything sucks in this world. I was gonna say I'm being dramatic, but not really. It's kind of true. Go ahead. Send me an angel. Let's do it, Bigfoot. Where you at? Is he really gonna do the thing that every Bigfoot I ever fight does? Where I get them down to a sliver of health, and then they want to go and run and hide and make me wait an entire other day to kill them? Can you guys even count how many times this has happened? Because I know it's happened at least twice before this. I mean, on camera. This isn't even including off camera. Off camera, this has happened like 5 other times. Not in this version of the game, but in the newer version. He loves to do that. That's because the newer version has like 1,000 plus health. This version's just being a little piece of garbage. I would keep shooting off in the air, but I have limited ammo, and I only have 1 gun. That was necessary. Bigfoot's trying to kill me with his shaman powers. It's his last-ditch effort. Pedro said, or Transformers figures. And then Pedro went insane. Not Pedro, Yukari went insane. I just accidentally knocked my mic, sorry. I'm gonna have to wait a whole nother day for this, aren't I? Dang, that is one fast-moving moon. I'll waste a shot. I don't need 18 shots, really. And the flare might still do damage to him, so I'm not sure. What if I just, like, stare at the wall? Like red light, green light? Am I really gonna have to wait a whole nother day to kill him? I better not be. I did hit him with tracking bullets. I thought he would just bend over and die like a good little Bigfoot. But instead I have to wait. Well, he sits at like 1 health. The equivalent of 1 health. I like how quiet it is. I would be scared of him if he wasn't 1 bullet away from death. Because obviously he physically can't reach me without me hitting him. In the newer version, he's a ninja. He just appears behind you anywhere. To the point to where it's actually predictable how he just appears anywhere. Alright, last battery. Oh, there's so many bottles around here. This man isn't even on the cameras. Power of love is a curious thing. Make one man weep and another man sing. Yukari, I already said the line. I know there's a delay on the stream, but I mean, you should know I know Huey Lewis and the News. By the way, I forgot to bring up Huey Lewis in the news earlier. That's also, I really like them. I'm gonna have to wait a whole day to kill Bigfoot. You gotta be kidding me. Come on! He's trying to kill me remotely. It's not gonna work. Really don't mind if you sit this one out. Dude. They're really dragging their feet on this one. You couldn't just let me kill him? 1 health. He's at 1, really? You guys remember when I was playing on stream and I got killed by Bigfoot when he had not even like a bar of health left? Pedro said, I am bored. I mean, it should have been over by now. It was fun, but then he just decided he wanted to weasel out. Why is this? The sun is red. The sun's red. The sunlight's gonna touch me. I'm gonna turn into a flesh monster. I'm going to go listen to Simply Irresistible. Alright, well, how about this? You guys asked me a bunch of questions. It's question time. We're going to set this one out. Alright. You mean a flesh mob from Helldivers? Definitely not even close to the same thing. Alright. Questions. Lay them on me. Let's get it. Everyman, what do you think is the best way to keep a sustainable relationship? I would never know. I've never been in one. But I would... well, communication is the key detail, right? So I'm not going to go into my assessment of future intention, but yeah, communication is very valuable. So if people can't talk about what bothers them and what problems they have, then it doesn't work. It's just that simple. Because nobody's a mind reader. So no, even if you are a mind reader, you don't understand how somebody feels. Five Nights at Bigfoot's. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 2 barrels of wood. Yes, barrels. Not boxes. Not crates. Not containers. Barrels. The answer is blue. Get out of here, Yukari. It's not blue. Is there a way to, like, accelerate the daytime? There is in the Rake game. In the Rake game, you can just go to sleep. How rude. In the Rake game, you can just go to sleep. But in this one, it seems you can't. By the way, the reason we're not playing the Rake on camera is because I've played that game before. It legitimately... You know how long we're waiting right now to get this final shot in. It's like that, but triple the weight, and that's just to see him. That's not even to actually kill him. So it would be the most boring stream ever if we did the Rake. It's pretty much only fun when you're playing with buddies, or when you're maybe playing by yourself and you have a lot of patience. Let's see. Everyman, how much alcohol does someone need to feel happy? 0. You shouldn't drink at all. That's at least my opinion on it. Let's see. What's another one? How do you view and accept the concept of death? Oh boy, don't get me into this. I don't want to go down a deep rabbit hole of stuff, because that's not what this stream is about. I'll just say the idea of a heaven or hell is illogical and doesn't make sense when you break it down. And also the people who say, like, oh, you just die, like, that's it, you're in the ground, those people are very short-sighted. I think it works more not like how the Hindus believe it or like the Buddhists believe it, but in at least the reference point of there is a such thing as reincarnation. But it doesn't work like, oh, I died and then you become a worm, you know? It works more like the soul kind of selects who it goes to, and what it, you know, like what time period it's in, things like that. In other words, it's kind of like a giant sandbox, is sort of how it works. Now, why anything would choose to be in this species of all things, I have no idea. But, I mean, that's kind of the basis of it. There's a lot more that goes into it, but I really don't feel like explaining that, especially online. Let's see. Everyman, would including rants and dialogue into my content be a good decision? If you want attention, not necessarily. If you want something good to say, then yes. I'm able to do it on streams, but when it comes to actual videos, rants have to be about a specific, you know, like if I'm reviewing an anime, I have to be ranting about the anime. I can't just rant about something random, or else it doesn't work. Let's see. Can we make isekai possible? Please, I don't want to be here anymore. It's okay. One of these days it'll turn nighttime. I like how the one time it looks like it's actually daytime is the one time we want it to be nighttime. Isn't that funny? Look at that. Did everybody think and consider about the things that I said earlier? That was a pretty deep topic. And also a good question, Austin. I'm gonna chill on the couch. You know, we could have went looking for those bodies, but we wouldn't have found them. It would have been us walking for 20 minutes. It's worthless. How long has this been going on anyways? It's been like 2 hours. Yeah, it's been 2 hours and 8 minutes. If we were all able to go isekai somewhere, which world would you want to go to? You mean like which universe? Because obviously if you're thinking about literally a world, then I wouldn't know, because none would be inhabitable to me, to my knowledge. In terms of universe, I don't know. Every fictional universe I can think of is either identical to the real world or sucks. So, yeah. You know, it's like I love Star Wars, but God, I would never want to be in the universe of it. Let's see. Everyman, how do you be happy? First of all, that I'm sure is grammatically incorrect. Second of all, I'm not really sure. Let's see. Yes, I mean universe. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't change universes. This one sucks, but I mean, everyone else, all the others would suck too, because it's all made from the reference point of humans in this universe. So every universe has similarities or subsequent, you know, things that suck about it. Everyman, one of my packages got delayed and will be arriving the day after Christmas. Yeah, that is painful. That is very painful, in fact. Dude, you guys know I gotta wait till January to get my Kaguya-sama Love is War poster. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about that. I'm getting a lot of anime stuff over the course of... Okay, there's a rifle on the wall. I didn't even see it until right now. For a minute, I thought it was some kind of shotgun. And I was like, has that been there the whole time? But, no, we're good. Did you say Everyman, when does it go away? What do you mean, when does what go away? Let's see. The one where I pull a 10 is what Austin Bear said. What was I talking about again? Oh, right, anime stuff. So, in the next few weeks, yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get a lot of anime stuff. So that's pretty cool. I would do a room tour, but I'm not really comfortable doing that. But basically, I'll just paint you guys a picture. So in front of where I sit, so I have a little desk that's set up for where I do videos and such. So in front of me, like above me, in front of me, is a TV. And then I have so many, just so you guys know, I'm basically well, I've said this, I'm an indoor dweller, but I also have electronics absolutely everywhere at all times, which is funny because most people are phone addicts, and I'm almost never on my phone. I only use my phone to edit videos, pretty much, or to, you know, take calls, obviously, because that's what it's for. But other than that, I'm pretty much never on my phone. But I've got a Kindle, I've got a TV in front of me, I've got a laptop in front of me, and an Xbox below where I'm sitting right now, and then I've got, what else? There's like there's a TV in the other room. I got my, I almost said laptop. Jeez, I got my keyboard right here, and so it's basically just a ton of electronics. Oh, and then I have my router is right next to me as well. Let's see. What was another thing? Yeah, then I got a Five Nights at Freddy's Celebrate poster that's in front of me to my left, and then to my left on my nightstand. Is it a dresser or nightstand? I think it's... I'm actually not sure really what the difference is with this thing. But I've got a bunch of different stuff from different... I mean, really everything. I've got some Star Wars stuff on it. I've got FNAF stuff on it. A lot of FNAF stuff, in fact. And then I've got... Let me see. I've got Yotsuba Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplets. And then I've got Nino Nakano. And I'm wanting the other 3 quintuplets. But it's really hard to get them in like their normal outfits because they're always wearing weird stuff whenever you go to get them. So, yeah. And then what else? I've got Your Forger. I still haven't set her up yet because I want to start watching Spy X Family, and then I want to set up the action figure. I just said I want to 3 separate times. Sorry if that was kind of annoying. Let's see. Everyman, what's your favorite Ghibli movie? Oh, you mean Ghibli movie. Sorry, that was stupid of me. I haven't seen one yet. Let's see. Then make it go back down. Everyman, why am I unhappy? I don't know. That's a question you should probably either ask yourself or ask God, because that's not really... that doesn't seem like my task. Yeah, I don't... Well, okay, I can answer that with a couple of things. First of all, you're lonely. Second of all, this reality sucks. Third of all, you're still attending school, and that takes a whole lot of your soul out of you. Number 4, there's not a whole lot of future awaiting you, so when you go into the military inevitably, you will be following commands constantly. Then you'll question, hey, why am I here? And then in the midst of that, at a certain point, you'll have a little mini crisis. Then from that, you'll end up internalizing some sort of ideology that will keep you going forward. Then after that, once you're out of the military, then you're going to tell your future spouse, hey, the military actually wasn't that bad. Then you're going to goat your child into doing the exact same thing you did because you didn't learn from any of your mistakes. There may be a divorce in there at some point, but you're not really sure. As for your future partner, you're not sure what you're looking for, but when you stumble across it, you'll think that that's the one, and you're not really certain whether or not that is the one or not, but you'll consider it that way, and you'll internalize that mentality, and then you'll stick with it, and that'll be your life for the next 20 or so years. So, all that stuff I just listed off there, does it sound like it'll all be accurate? Because my nickname is the Oracle. So, you might want to like play that back just to get all of that in one take. You're inaccurate, I won't have a spouse. I'm sure you will. Everyone says that, and then they do. Whether it will be a good one is a separate topic. Let's see. We need to make it legally required to watch them all, is what Austin Bear said. He's going off the deep end. I'll have to, I don't know, I'll watch one eventually, but I mean, TV shows don't work like freaking homework assignments. You know, you have to sit down and watch hours. Suck it. Look at that. We had to wait all that time so I could clip him in one. That was... This went from horror to me just capping him like it's a Chicago alleyway. Dang. He really thought. He thought he could do it, didn't he? He thought he could loop around the corner, do his whole thing, and he would catch me off guard. That is so cute. Wow, would you look at that? Look at that. Who's in the cage now? Ow, I just blinded myself. Somebody take a picture of that. Take a picture. I'll wait. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of that too. Alright, cool. Got my picture. Alright, let me read this. Other than that, the Marines experience sounds about right. Oh, talk about my future? Dear Oracle who? Talk about my future like you did with Yukari? Yeah, one sec. Everyman, the Oracle, when does the happiness come back? It doesn't. If you're going to watch a Ghibli movie, watch Totoro or Whisper of the Heart. I've actually heard of Totoro. They're the best of the catalog. Okay. Enter to end the game. Let's get it. You caught one, but others will come. Oh, don't worry. I'll deal with them too. I got the modern day experience as well. So there you guys have it. That's Bigfoot. Let me see if I can list something off for Pedro's kind of hard to read. Yukari has like a predictable life kind of setup for him, and he has not a predictable, how do I word it? A streamlined psychology. I'll say that. Pedro is a little bit more like, he's a little bit more YouTube viewer. You know, like you're not really sure who he is, what he does, you know, like he could be anyone, he could be anywhere, that kind of thing. So I'm not really sure with Pedro why my heart... I guess there's a delay. I was about to answer that, and I was like, wait, I just answered that. And then Austin, I'm not really sure, because I don't know. I think it's mostly Yukari shares... Whenever he speaks, a lot of his personality goes into what he says, and so I can pick up on details based off of his personality. With the others, it's kind of hard to base what they, like, how they think off of what they say. Asher's a little bit easier, but he's not here right now. And then WX Analyst is kind of cheating, because I know him in real life. I'm sure if we get other regulars here as well, I'll be able to pick up on some of their details. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Everyman, when are we having another hour-long conversation, not confined to 10-second delays in text? I have absolutely no idea. For video stuff, I'm going to be focused on making regular videos for the next, like, week or so. Because I've got, let's see, I've got 2 reviews planned. Then I've got more War on Waifu that I want to start doing. And then I've got a video, I said this earlier, talking about AI and anime voice acting. And then I've got probably a few other videos lined up that can kind of be a toss-up of what I do with them. So yeah, let's see. Okay, real quick, just to find out which of the two you'd like. How do you view your art? What? How do I view my art? I'm not really sure what you mean. Okay, Yukari said, remember to make the review on Eminence and Shadow? Well, I gotta watch Season 2 first. Remember, Spy X Family has at least 3 seasons, and I think other expanded source material. So, it's gonna be a minute. There's a reason I waited until Christmas time in order to start watching it. I didn't realize there was background music on the main menu. I just didn't hear it before. Let me find out what Austin Bear means, and then we'll wrap this up. Give it a minute. Alright, you got 10 seconds. Oh, there you go. What do you view art and storytelling as? And why do you create stories? Okay, that is actually a good question. Let's see. What do you view art? Okay, art and storytelling, I think, is an integral part of the human experience. I'm just gonna back out of this. Let's say yas instead of yes. Okay. I think art and storytelling is an integral part of the human experience. I think without art and storytelling, humanity would be physically incapable of technological advancement, simply because there would be no inspiration and no source of focus for us to advance. There's a reason that you don't see a lot of advancement in like old African tribes. One of the reasons behind that is that their literature is not as significantly emphasized as it is in other cultures, right? So, like, for example, the Renaissance era of Europe took a lot of stuff from the classical era of, like, the Roman Empire, and it derived from that, and then that led to a lot of technological advancement and the reclamation of a lot of lost knowledge. Okay, and so when you're able to write a story, for example, in Star Trek, The Communicator, guess what? You got a flip phone now. Well, okay, now you've got cell phones from the flip phone, which is from Star Trek's Communicator, right? It's the same thing. Or like how the hoverboard, even though it doesn't literally hover, is kind of shown in Back to the Future too. Okay, those are basic, like, pound on your chest kind of examples, okay, for like, let me grab the nearest thing I can think of. But realistically, there's a lot of influence from, like, sci-fi movies and things like that. The idea of extraterrestrials and things, you're exposed to a lot of stuff in movies, so you're more preconditioned to certain things. Like, for example, you're more preconditioned to somebody trying to break into your house, like in Scream or Halloween, than somebody in the 1960s that leaves their doors unlocked, right? That kind of thing. Let's see. And then the other thing was, how do you view my art? My art, I have a lot of different art. I really do everything in terms of art. This is one of them. I'm just going to focus on YouTube because it's the most relevant. My focus on art with YouTube, I love entertaining people and I love inspiring people. It's like, you remember how Yukari said that he was more motivated to make content and put some more focus into that? That is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. I want somebody, some kid that's like 5 or 6 years old, I want him to be able to look up and say, I want to be like a YouTuber just like him. Okay, because that's what I had to do when I was a kid. When I was 5 or 6 years old, I'd look at Smosh or Mr. Gibbs or Venturian Tale and I'd say, I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, and so it's the exact same thing. I think being an inspiration gives people something to live for and gives something for people to focus on. Let's see. Remember to make the review on a... Oh, wait. I already read that. Oh, nice question, Austin. I'd say Whisper of the Heart, then. Alright. So, yeah. That's my rundown for that. Any final questions before we wrap this up? Dang. We got a 2 hour and 24 minute stream. So, it's going to be probably like 2 hours and 26 minutes when we finish. That's That's pretty good. I'd say that's like about average length. Yeah, because we have some that are like 4-hour streams. We got a 5-hour stream, you know. Some streams are like an hour and something minutes. One stream's a little shorter. I give you 15 seconds before I end it off. Before any other questions come in, I'll say thank you guys for watching. This was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of... I mean, really, it was just a good time playing Bigfoot, finding Bigfoot, the original, for the first time. And it's always been a huge kind of dream of mine to play that game. Just like Gmod, just like Spore. You guys haven't seen me play Spore on the channel, but that's one of them. And some other games kind of like that. I've always wanted to do this and play this sort of thing, so I think it's cool to do that. I said do that like 4 times. Sorry, once I get tired, I start to repeat myself a lot. So that is all for this time. Let's see. Well, that's about it. See ya. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and I will see you all in the next video/stream. Have a fantastic